Hey, what's going on, guys? What you're going to be watching today is the start of a new series. It's going to be called The Grind, and judging by what you guys can see on screen right now, you could probably already have a little bit of an idea of what this series could be. I'm just going to give you guys a brief little overview, and then we'll go ahead and jump into episode number 1. But if you guys can remember back to Black Ops 2 when I did the Road to Prestige Master series, that's basically going to be what this series is going to be. And I'm just going to go all the way to 10th Prestige in Ghosts, and I'm going to give you guys an update every time I Prestige, show you guys my classes that I used most at Prestige. I'm also going to give you guys a rundown of my stats as they progress, because I know some of you guys are interested in stats, and obviously showing my classes, that'll help you guys out as well. It can give you guys some new classes to use. They'll probably be able to help you guys out, if you're struggling to look for classes to use. So this episode is going to be a little bit longer because I'm going to go a tiny bit more in depth with one of my classes to give you guys, kind of the best class setups overall right now, and then the future episodes will be a little bit shorter. So as you guys can see, I already Prestige one time, so we just entered Prestige number 2, and I didn't do this series for Prestige 1. I hadn't started it yet, so if you guys want to see my classes for that, these are really outdated. I'll just scroll through them really quickly. And it took me 16 hours and 23 minutes to get through the first Prestige, and I did that 9 days ago. So on to Prestige number 2. Here are my Prestige details. I Prestige today on the 18th of November. It took me 17 hours, 49 minutes, and 26 seconds. There's the icon in the background that you get. And my character's name is Ghost because the entire Prestige I've just been using the Simon Ghost Riley head. I think his name's Simon Ghost Riley. I'm not even 100% sure, but the guy from the Modern Warfare 2 campaign, and he may have been in Modern Warfare 3 too. I really don't know, but anyways, that's off topic. Let's go ahead and jump into the loadouts right here. This class right here is my free-for-all class. I've got the Remington set up on it right now, the Remington R5 assault rifle. I've got silencer and red dot on there. The Remington really needs a red dot because it's got terrible iron sights, and the silencer, I just like the silencer overall. That's just a really good attachment. That's really self-explanatory. That's one of the best attachments overall that you could use on any weapon. So that's I kind of switch off assault rifles and submachine guns all around. I use pretty much all of them, but that's what I have set up right now. I really like that gun. There's my weapon performance: 2.25 KD, 548 kills, 27.57% accuracy. So on to my perks. This class I'm going to go more in depth with than the other ones because they're all basically the same, but this is my free-for-all class setup, and it's really, really good. So as you can see, my perks are Ready Up, Stalker, Amplify, Wiretap, and Fully Loaded. The 3 bottom perks are really, really necessary for playing free-for-all. So the first one is Amplify. That just makes footsteps louder. So obviously in free-for-all, footsteps are a huge deal, especially if you have a headset. You can hear everything if they don't have dead silence on, so you're going to have a huge advantage. Even if they do have dead silence and you have a good headset, you can still hear people. So overall, use Amplify. That's a really good perk for free-for-all. Wiretap, I actually just started using that. That is a really, really, really good perk. In free-for-all, when somebody puts down a SATCOM, it gives you the normal UAV effect, like the strafing effect, where in team games, you have to put down 2 SATCOMs to get that effect. So in free-for-all, when somebody just puts down 1 SATCOM, you have a UAV, and when you have wiretap on, that UAV counts for you as well. So you don't even have to be running SATCOMs, and you have a lot of UAVs, because people put down SATCOMs all the time. So wiretap is just overall a great perk to use. It's worth 3 points, so it's a little bit pricey, but that's definitely worth it for free-for-all. And then my last perk right there is Fully Loaded. That gives you maximum starting ammo. I pretty much have all my classes set up to go for Chem Strikes just because that's what I like using. And that's definitely necessary because you don't want to run out of ammo. Stalker right there. Those were the three main perks for this class. And then the other 2 are kind of optional. But Stalker, I use that on all assault rifles because that's really, really good. It just makes everything a lot better when you have Stalker with an assault rifle. And then I have 1 point left, so I went ahead and put Ready Up. It's basically lets you bring your weapon up faster after sprinting. On to my specialist loadout, and this is a really good specialist loadout as well. I definitely 100% recommend using Deadeye as your first specialist unlock. That's like stopping power, so you get 40% more bullet damage. But it's kind of hard to explain. It's like the higher streak that you get on, the more bullet damage you get, or the more of a chance you get at bullet damage. And it turns out that once you get on a 5 or more kill streak, about 50% of your bullets are going to have more bullet damage. So that's just a great perk to have. It's worth 5 points, so definitely put it in your specialist package. It's going to take you a little while to get to that first, get those first 6 or 7 kills to get Deadeye. But it's definitely worth it in the long run when you're going for Kim Strikes, because you'll be able to outgun people easily. Focus, that's a really good perk for assault rifles especially. And then Sleight of Hand is my last one. I get my bonus at 14 kills, and with my bonus I'm using Dead Silence. I might actually switch it up and use Dead Silence as one of my main perks in free-for-all, because it seems like more and more people are using Amplify now. So I have that in my bonus though. Scavenger is really important for your specialist bonus, just in case you do run out of ammo. Even if you have fully loaded on, you need to be able to run around and pick up scavenger packs if you do come close to running out of ammo. ICU gives you faster health regeneration, and then Hardline is my last one. I put that as my bonus because it'll make the Kim Strike one less kill. So that's my free-for-all class. I'm not going to go too in-depth with the other ones because they're generally the same, but this one is my domination assault rifle class. I got the Honey Badger. That's my favorite weapon. You can see 1,900 kills with it, 2.81 kill death ratio. Since this has a built-in silencer, I run grip and extended mags. It's also got a really good iron sight. There's only a few attachments in the game that I even use, but since this does have good iron sights, I don't need a red dot, and I also don't need a silencer because it's already built in. So I use grip and extended mags. And then my perks are basically the same as my free-for-all, except for I take off Amplify to start off with, and I put Hardline so I can get the assist counts as kills. When you're playing team games, the assists are really important. And then my specialist perks are basically the same as free-for-all again, except for I took out Sleight of Hand and I put Amplify in there. And then my specialist bonus, you guys can see that right there. My next class right here is for domination as well, like team games, but this one is a submachine gun class. I've got the Vector with the silencer and extended mags on there, and I have more perks than I normally do. As you can see, I'm not using really very many of the high perks. You can see my perks right there: Ready Up, Sleight of Hand, Amplify, ICU, Fully Loaded, and Hardline. And this is a little bit more stealthy because I put takedown in my specialist bonus, and then off the grid in my second specialist unlock that I get. So that's that class. Don't really use that class too much. And then this is my last class. This one's for cranked. I'm using the TAC-12 with the muzzle brake. That's a really good shotgun. And the key to setting up cranked classes is not using any speed or handling perks, or putting as few as you can, because once you get cranked, you get a lot of those speed perks, if not all of them. I'm not really sure how it works, but I know you get like agility and marathon and stalker and quick draw and stuff like that. So you don't need to equip those perks right when you start. So those are my classes. We'll go ahead and go into the stats now. Actually, I'm just going to go back here and scroll over like that. So as you can see, I have a 2.613 KD. That's a pretty good KD. I'm pretty happy with that. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with my kill death ratio, but it could be a little bit higher. I've been lagging a ton lately, but I think it was at 2.64, but it's no big deal. That's still a good KD. My preferred weapon is the SC 2010. I have more kills with that than the Honey Badger, even though I think the Honey Badger is my favorite. The SC is super good too. Current win streak is 1, wins 256, games played 392, and that means I have a 1.882 win-loss ratio with a little over 2 days played to this point. So that's going to wrap up this first episode. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. I know it lasted a little while. The future episodes won't last quite this long because I'm not going to go too in-depth with my classes. This was almost like a best class setup type of video as well. So if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more ghost videos in the future, and I'll talk to you guys later.